Welcome live to Salt Lake City, back at the Salt Lake County Sports Complex Steiner Ice Sheet. My name is Ellis Beacom. I'll be your host in this evening's contest. Alongside me to my right is my wonderful color man in Valentino Pichardo, and we are beyond blessed to get to take you through tonight's contest. Excited to see these two match up, and frankly, in the two matchups that we've seen between the Utes and the Bobcats, or excuse me, Utah Valley Wolverines. It has been all Utah through these first two games, and frankly, that's kind of the performance that we're looking forward to in tonight's contest, expecting Utah to try and show up early and get in the score column as early and often as possible.
Well, yeah, 23 goals the Utes had against the Wolverines in the past two matchups. For the Wolverines, 2 goals. They held them last weekend to a shutout, 12-0. So it's going to be interesting to see how Utah Valley comes out. If they're going to be pressing, I mean, they will. They haven't had a single win this year. They're 0-7. The Utes at home have a single loss, and that was to arguably the best team right now in the division.
The 18-0 Weber State Wildcats, they've been untouchable right now, and you're exactly right. I mean, this is a move it or lose it game. I mean, these guys, this is desperation mode to try and get back into the win column and get some points. They have just 1 point this year from that overtime loss. So a huge opportunity tonight for them to come onto their crosstown rivals' turf and try and get a point, get some points against a Utah team that's frankly, aside from one loss last weekend, been firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, they were undefeated in their last home stretch and trying to get that started up again here and get some redemption.
That clean sweep at home always feels good. Got a big win against Montana State up in Park City, and that capped off, or excuse me, that made it 6 of 7 total wins that they ended up getting in a row before that loss last weekend to Utah State. The Utes looking to bounce back here at home in front of the home pride and start the scoring early. We're going to send it down ice side, or rink side, as both sides get ready to take the ice, and we get ready for the national anthem.
seconds left. There really hasn't been much of a press from Utah Valley to at least get one back on this power play.
And I think Utah has to feel proud of those efforts to keep the pressure away from their freshman goaltender, Richard Lucy. Still cycling in front, a good chance that time, a great scoring chance, in fact. Braden Koliha just came up empty. Final 5 seconds of penalty. Cole Turner waiting eagerly on the edge of the box, and the puck, wouldn't you know it, finds him almost immediately, but a stoppage as he steps out of the box.
Ref having a little bit of a discussion with him.
Probably something along the lines of, you can't do that. And are they checking him right back in? He might have interfered with the puck before he was out, and that's exactly what it was. Interference, 2 more minutes for Cole Turner, and just a little bit too excited getting out of the box. And I was saying, waiting eaggerly there on the edge of the sin bin, excited to get back on the ice.
A little too eager.
Yeah, boy, did we understate how excited he was. So the Utes back in the box, or Cole Turner back in the box for another 2-minute minor. And the penalty kill unit for Utah, time to step up now and keep the Wolverines out of the score column. Done it once, now they try and secure that twice.
Well, they did a good job in that first kill. But now, maybe the Wolverines might figure out something. This is their second chance, back-to-back penalties. Turner just a little too eager. I mean, that's kind of a little bit of a backbreaker there.
I mean, we're talking microseconds there in the difference in that penalty. I mean, I think he was maybe a half second left on the penalty, or on the power play for the Wolverines before he's stepping out of the box.
I think Utah hockey record there, fastest back-to-back penalties for a player.
Was pretty impressively done. It's one record you probably don't want. Applying the pressure up front was Max Fenney. And again, this power play unit for the Wolverines stuck on their side, still unable to really get these long sustained drives like we've seen from Utah, where they're cycling the puck back and forth and finding space. Lucy with a stop behind his own net, and a good clear from Melson. All the way down it goes to the Utah logo. And Utah Valley going to have to wait for reinforcements, some fresh skates on the ice.
Well, the reinforcements need to do something as they come onto the ice, help their guys out, help their main line, and just get something going. Because, I mean, 2 shots on their last, on the last power play, and maybe they have 1 on this. I mean, they need to get. Ooh, puck's bouncing around in front of goal, in front of Lucy there.
I don't think Lucy knows exactly where that puck was exactly either, and a nice adjustment, a nice save really from his back check to keep that puck away from the nets. Dangerous spot anytime you're dancing around that crease. A nice leg gets in the way of that shot. A big ripping slap shot. What a save by Lucy, able to stop that one with the blocker and send it back down through the neutral zone. That'll all but kill that power play man advantage for the Wolverines. And a huge save that time from Richard Lucy, the biggest test he's seen so far tonight. Not making that mistake, not nearly as eager to get back on the ice this time.
Turner being a little more cautious. Maybe he'll have a couple words with some of the coaches on the bench about being a little too eager to come back on the ice.
Puck on the near side through the neutral zone. Tapped right in front of Utah's logo. Utah's back check able to get possession again. Over to Donovan O'Shea. O'Shea's got it behind the net. Cycles along the wall up ahead for Jackson Ronick. Ronick, through some traffic, finds the stick of Jack Gubler. And now down behind the other net. Lingenmeyer waits between the pipes. Up to the point for Daniel Carroll, where it is immediately poked away through the neutral zone again. A nice intercept that time from Nathan Skowinski, trying to lead the drive. Riley Mabiatas looking for another one, and he gets all iron. How about it? The sweetest and the worst noise in the sport. The best for one side and the worst for the other. That time, Mabiatas nearly buried home his second of the game.
Well, the Wolverines, they're going to be pretty mad with themselves on how they handled those 2 power plays, because now the Utes, they're just putting all the pressure. Amazing stick work there.
Great move to find some open space by Daniel Carroll. All the way back on the other end. Some nice space this time to work with for the Wolverines, but they could not take advantage of it. Now Kai Tweeten tries to split the defense. Open shot and just goes wide. Cole Turner back on the ice. Around the horn it goes back to Tweeten. Tweeten gets it off to Turner. Turner back to Tweeten behind the nets. Looking for some space. Quinn Steffen sends it around the other end. Back for Tweeten, who sends it back his way. And I believe that's Melson with the puck coming up to the point. Quick pass that gets intercepted before it could find its mark. And now a nice play by Tweeten to keep that in play. On the near side, in the corner, back up to the point for Tweeten. Shot on the wrister, and the Utes get the rebound. Still cycling possession from tape to tape.
This has to be tiring out Utah Valley's back check.
Nice move by Connor Beers to intercept that puck and keep possession rolling. Great pass, finding right in front of the nets. And a great save by Hunter Klingenmeyer. Able to stone that one before it became too dangerous. And boy, was that a dangerous chance. On that far side corner, trying to find a quick stick and still unable to come up with it. Now up to the point. Walking that blue line across to Kai Tweeten. Tweeten tries to send it through traffic off a couple skates, and it somehow finds its mark. Now a great chance for Connor Beers and just goes wide. Tweeten back behind the nets. The Utes looking to bury their third of the period. This is a long, drawn-out possession on the right side of the puck if you're a Utes fan. Still jamming that back in play, and finally a whistle the Wolverines have been waiting for. As the Utes are marked for an offsides, we'll have a face-off just outside the Wolverine zone. What a job right now by Hunter Klingenmeyer not succumbing to this pressure, because let me tell you, the pressure has certainly been there. The Utes stacking shots, stacking men in the box. They're doing everything right to try and hop on the gas pedal and not look back.
Yeah, and I mean, credit to Utah Valley's, they get the puck there, but they're at least doing a little bit better on limiting some good chances from Utah. There's still some gaps and, I mean, sustained pressure on that last possession from Utah, but they're seeming to control things a little bit better than they did at the beginning of the game. But still, Utah is just pedal to the metal right now.
And I think when you're able to play with the pace of speed that Utah has, quick chance in front, and it just goes wide. Another golden opportunity for this first Utes line. Ben Leduc with the puck. He's got a huge hit this afternoon. He's got a couple shots. Still looking for that elusive first goal. But with the pressure that Utah's able to put up, good chance in front. Klingenmeyer just able to watch that one. Another shot this time, not as fair. Goes wide, up and out of play. And another quick stoppage, but I think that, 2-0, that's the worst lead in hockey, right? Yeah. A 2-0 lead is very surmountable. And for the Wolverines, I think they have to feel good about where they are right now within striking distance. All they are is a bloop and one good shot away from getting back in this game and being within real striking distance, a one-goal narrative, albeit they still need to come up with that goal. They need the spark, because Hunter Klingenmeyer in net is doing everything he can to shut down these Utes and keep his team in this race.
Well, really, that's been the story for the Wolverines all year. Getting where are the points, where are the goals going to come from, and they haven't really found that answer so far. So maybe they can find that in the last 2 minutes of this period, and hopefully in the second period if you're a Wolverines fan.
Well, this is all Donovan O'Shea right now. A quick move to find some space. Goes to the soft part of the ice. Another shot on top of it. And nothing to write home about just yet, except for some career-making highlights, maybe. Nice pass, trying to find his outlet on the other side. Finds his stick, but can't garner possession. And now we're approaching our final 2 minutes in this first period of action. which has been all Utah thus far. Donovan O'Shea with another quick move, showing off the skating prowess. And a deflection as that pass thinks about 20 feet in the air before the Wolverines come down with it. Now Utah able to get an interception of their own through the neutral zone, looking for a man, cannot connect. And now on the near side, sending it around the horn. 1:40 left to play here in the first. A good box out that time, able to find some space over to Corral. Good shot, good save from Hunter Klingenmeyer in nets. And another stoppage coming up with just over 1.5 minutes to play here in the first period. 2-0 Utes. But the way they've been playing the last 3 or 4 minutes has made it seem like they're eager for their third goal, their fourth goal, and beyond that.
Yeah, and honestly, Klingenmeyer in goal for the Wolverines has come up big. He is probably the only reason, another save there, that this isn't a 4 or 5-0 lead for the Utes.
And the Utes are setting themselves up better, frankly. When you have these long, drawn-out possessions where you can pass from man to man, get all 5 guys on the ice involved, it makes it so much more difficult for the defense to find a weak point, to find something they can exploit. And Utah's done a great job of doing exactly that. And frankly, I think Utah Valley probably feeling good that the lead is only at 2-0 for Utah through the majority of this first period. 1:10 left here in the first. Possession ensuing for the Utes. And a nice pass to try and lead the breakout. An even better one from Abiatos that time. Finds Kai Tweeten. Tweeten, the defenseman, goes for a fake shot, but loses possession right in front. Goes 5-hole. And somehow that puck stays out. Another great save from Hunter Klingenmeyer. Skowinski tries to get a foot on that one. And now down on the near side with possession is Braden Murphy. He loses the puck, and Skowinski's driving the other way. He's going to send it down all the way around the horn for Riley Mabitas, who's looking for his second goal of this first period. Down past the face-off circle, Malachi Lynch checks back in and gets it over to Owen Melson. Melson up ahead for Quinn Steffen. Steffen with the puck. The only thing he doesn't have is time. Just about 10 seconds left here in the first. Up to Owen Melson. Time fleeing on them. They're going to have to take a shot here. Screen shot effort, and it is blocked before it could find its mark. We are through with one period in Salt Lake City, and it has been all Utah. 2-0 our score. 11 shots in this first, and 2 periods, both of which belong to Utah. More impressively, the penalty kill unit able to shut down both of those scoring chances for Utah Valley. Really able to shut down most of anything that the Wolverines got going in that first period.
Yeah, and Richard Lucy wasn't talked about too much. He only had 7 shots on him, but on that power play for the Wolverines, on the kill for Utah, he came up with 1 or 2 big moment saves for the Utes, and really besides that, it's been all Utah. Maintaining long possessions, getting the defense for Utah Valley tired, and really it's just been sustained pressure for them overall.
Well, they're looking to keep that pressure rolling into the second period. We're going to hit our first intermission, and we'll be back in just about 15, sending it down rink side for a quick interview.
Hey Utah hockey fans, I'm Claire O'Connor here with Riley Mabutis. The score is currently 2-0 with the Utes in the lead. You scored one of those goals tonight. What is something you've personally been working on that may have assisted in helping you score this goal?
Personally, I've been just working on with my line mates and getting open to free ice. That's how Danny Carroll was able to hit me when I was on the breakout, and then got it on the guy and just finished him there.
Thank you so much. And how do you guys plan to keep this 2-point lead going into the next 2 periods?
I think we just keep working hard, play physical. They break down when we're physical, so just that, keep our feet moving and put some goals on that.
All right, that's a great game plan for the rest of this game. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Welcome back from our first intermission, a 2-0 game. Nothing has changed in that regard. The Utes, they're looking to keep the pressure rolling. It was all Utah in that first period, and a lot to be excited about. I mean, it was kind of a step away from their main point scorers leading the way. I mean, Riley Mabutas rings one home in that first period for a big one. He's assisted by Connor Beers, who's expected. But that first goal from Adam Corral, no surprise there, his team-leading 12th goal of the season, assisted by Donovan O'Shea and Owen Melson. And really the synergy in that first period, it looked great. It felt great. The Utes have to be content with where they are right now, and I think they're excited to add more to this 2-0 column.
Oh, well, 100%. And the pressure that they were able to maintain just in the offensive zone, of course, minus those 2 penalties back-to-back by Cole Turner, because, you know, he had a little bit of a funny moment there with the interference.
If you're going to take 2 penalties back-to-back, you better have the team's second-place category 19-point total. And fortunately for Cole Turner, he does. So little mistakes like that, those are the kind of mistakes that will come back to bite you in the heels. But fortunately in that first period, his line mates were able to bail him out of that one small mistake and able to more importantly, keep Utah Valley out of the score column, securing that 2-0 lead. And now the Utes look to add to that total. How about Richard Lucy, too? I mean, his first game last week as a member of the Utah Utes, or his first start, and it was a win. It was a shutout win, and he continues that pace here in that first period. He has 4 periods of hockey played in his collegiate career and 4 shutout periods. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself, for Richard Lucy. And the Utes are getting ready for their second period. Here we go. It's a Utah win off the draw.
Well, Lucy is a name that Utah Valley is going to remember, because he got that shutout last week against them, like you said, and might be a bit of a thorn in their side if they can't get anything going in this second period.
Well, he certainly looked good in the situations that he's been handed. Utah's really got a trifold goalie room with Richard Lucy emerging like this. I mean, obviously, we all know about Ryan Winkleman and what he's done so far this year. He's actually he has more wins than any other goaltender in the MWCHL. So Wink, with his 8 wins, has been a force to be reckoned with. Goals against average, not quite the same story, but when he plays, Utah tends to win, and I think they'd go to war with Wink. And the same could be said about Jack Nowicki. Nowicki with an even 2 wins in his 2 contests so far this year.
So in these games, maybe a little bit of a tryout for future position after Winkleman moves on one day. So this is a good chance for Richard Lucy to make his name known for Utes fans.
And Utah with possession through the neutral zone. Driving, or leading the drive that time, is Quinn Steffen. Steffen with a couple of Wolverines on either side of him. Somehow, some way, Jack Gubler able to keep the puck on his stick. He's on the near side now, looking for somewhere to go. A nice no-look pass. Finds the tape of his line mates in Max Fenney. Fenney goes across the ice into the far side corner. Along the boards, a good keep that time by Owen Melson. And Melson finds his man under, right behind the net, a quick pass that can't connect. And the way that the Utes are playing, I mean, it kind of looks like power play hockey. It looks like they're playing man-up offense. And frankly, they're not. It's 5-on-5 hockey. They're just doing a great job of finding the openings, outskating their opponent, and really just maintaining possession. I think that's the biggest thing we've seen from them. Although a good chance here for Utah Valley. Good back-check efforts from Utah. Shuts that chance down right where it stood.
Great defensive work from Utah so far in this matchup. I mean, Utah Valley can't find any room on the ice where there's not a Ute skater, and it's been everywhere, quite literally, for the Utes, and it's paid off so far.
Hard to skate to the net when it feels like there's 5 Utes shadowing it. And they've all been playing great defense. Part of the reason you see a 2-0 score column. Near side. And Jack Gubler has got it. He's looking for somewhere to go. Finds a good spot on the ice and takes a rip from right in front of the logo. A big hit on the far side from Jackson Ronick. 2 guys collide. Both get up just a little bit slower than they went down. Now on the the far side, Ben Hostetler looks for possession and cycles it ahead. Right back to him. In the heart of the neutral zone, finding a man across the line in Aiden Umina, just unable to reel that one in. A little bit too hot on the pass. Over to Hostetler. On his back check now, goes along the boards to try and keep that one in play. A nice move from Donovan O'Shea. Takes the shot in open space, and a great save from their man in net. Hunter Klingenmeyer continues to shut down these scoring chances for the Utes, and that was a single-handed scoring chance. Donovan O'Shea setting himself up that time.
And we've seen a couple of those efforts from different skaters on the ice from the Utes, because it's really been a lot of individual efforts, but also really good team play that has shined for the Skating Utes so far.
You can see the chemistry between line mates. You can see the chemistry between defensemen and that they have with Richard Lucy, even the freshman goaltender. And you're exactly right. I think that experience pays dividends. I mean, this is a team that made it deep last year. Their first ever national qualifier after beating Weber State when it mattered most to qualify for nationals. And albeit that was the end of the Cinderella story, they didn't end up going to make too much noise in the big tournament. It was still an incredible achievement. Their highest ranking ever to skip right past regionals or get a berth through regionals. Here, a great chance for Utah Valley on the backhand. It just goes wide. 1-on-none. Henry Wadsworth is going to want that one back.
Well, that was probably the best opportunity for Utah Valley.
Corral with a great pass. Tries to find the tape in midair. Little saucer action that time. Just couldn't connect with Donovan O'Shea. O'Shea on the back check. Two men trying to beat through. Richard Lucy able to bat that one away. Still dangerous in front of the net, and a nice job by the Utes back check. All the way ahead, try to find Corral. But a good effort with the stick that time to stop that puck before it became too dangerous from Clan McDermott.
Well, you're starting to see a little bit more of a kind of just long passes.
Looks like the Utes are going back to the box for the third time tonight. I wonder if it's going to be a tripping call, is what it had looked like to me initially. Nathan Skowinski goes to the box, and sure enough, a 2-minute minor for tripping. And the Utes again playing man-down hockey for the next 2 minutes. 15-14 left to play here in our second period of action. And again, the Utes on the gas pedal right away. I think they're looking to kill this penalty, obviously, and maybe even bury one home shorthanded. Who knows what they've got up their sleeve. The one thing they don't want to allow is a Wolverine goal to get right back in this game.
Well, the Utes had their chances on the last two power plays from the Wolverines, and even on these shorthanded opportunities, the Utes almost paid some of them off. So it's going to be interesting to see how cautious Utah Valley is.
Well, nice move that time to try and find space, but a better job on the back check to get to that puck in time. I believe that was Henry Wadsworth beating him to the point of authority. Cole Turner playing pesky up front and somehow ducking and dodging and dipping and dodging through 5 different members of that defense, it feels like. All the way around the horn it goes. 1 minute and 20 seconds, finds a man ahead of the crowd and just misses to connect. That was nearly dangerous as Boston Vest was waiting in the wings. Quick shot, good save from Lucy. Second effort right in front, and another chance, and they score. Just like that, a 1-goal game. Utah Valley with the monkey off the back, and we've got a lot of hockey left to play here. A huge power play goal for the Wolverines.
And just like that, the Utes, they were playing a little bit dangerous there. Their third penalty of the night, and Utah Valley able to pay it off with a goal. Now that's what the Wolverines wanted to see. Now it's going to be interesting to see how the Utes respond against a team that they've really handled very well this year. But Utah Valley not giving up.
Well, great recognition that time in front of the net to see that second effort was right there and to see the opening between the pipes. A good chance again. Utah Valley now with the momentum on their side, and now on the gas pedal, looking to score twice in as many chances.
Yeah, and you can never look away from an opponent just because of their record. Like we were talking about earlier, sometimes the record doesn't always tell the full story. And Utah Valley now creating some chances, and the Utes gonna have to pick their heads up and really try and regain that momentum.
And just a great opportunity and great job taking advantage of that opportunity by Boston Vest. There's a reason he's the leader in points on this team. Here's Ben Leduc with a chance in front of the defense, tries to pass it behind. Good recognition that time from Utah Valley, able to stop that chance. He was assisted by Walker Montgomery and Braden Colea. Walker's second and Colea's first assists of the year. A nice job by Utah Valley to get right back in this game. 13:40 left to play here in our second period. Ben Hostetler currently with the puck. He's going to send it ahead for Ben Leduc. Leduc's got a step. He's driving into the nets, and he's going to wrap around back, sending it up to the point, right back to Leduc as that puck jammed back down. Leduc goes for the hit. A nice move to find space. Sending it through the neutral zone. Hostetler loses his footing and falls backwards. A nice job reinforcing by Jack Gubler. And now the Utes have some space to drive the other way. Roenick moving. Roenick circles. Looks for somebody. Finds him in open ice. And Umina just unable to get the shot off in time. Tied up with the official on that far side. Still looking for the puck. Still looking for the puck. Utah Valley able to get it until last second. Another big hit. This time, I think it is Jackson Roenick going to the box for what will either be interference or boarding, or unlikely interference. The puck was still there within reach of that hit. But that was a pretty hard hit to send somebody into the boards.
Yep.
Likely a 2-minute minor set up for the Utes here in the fourth power play chance already for Utah Valley. And they took advantage of the last one. Now they're looking to do it again, even this game back up. What a different period this has been. I mean, even the first couple minutes of this period felt dominated by Utah up until that penalty kill that they were put on. And just a great job by Utah Valley coming into the road, or coming on the road, and taking all the momentum with them. Trying to even this game up back to 2, something we haven't seen an even game since the start of this one.
Yeah, and we haven't seen an even game between these two sides in a very long time, actually. So the Utes shooting themselves in the foot a little bit, going a man down and really not giving themselves a chance to continue to put the pressure on Utah Valley in this period. And they're giving the Wolverines the thing you don't want to give an opponent on the road, and that's hope.
Hope is a dangerous thing after all. A great save that time by Lucy to set it wide. Another chance, and he's able to just wrap it up. Get a quick cover and a stoppage, more importantly. 1:34 left on the power play. Man advantage for the Wolverines. A 1-goal game here in this second period. 15 shots for the Utes, 9 for the Wolverines, and 12:20 left to play. The Utes looking to get one back. A nice clear that time by Donovan O'Shea. He said, fine, I'll do it myself. A great chance right here. Back against the wall, and Klingenmeyer able to get back in net just in time. A chance in front, and what a save by Klingenmeyer. The second effort, he can't shut it down. The Utes do get that goal back, and I believe it is Owen Melson on the burying effort. Excuse me, that is Alex Murray coming home to ring it home, and a shorthanded goal for the Utes. What's new? A 3-1 advantage.
And that is what you wanted to see if you're a Utes fan, putting the pressure on Utah Valley, even a man down. Really, that was a little bit of a mistake from Klingenmeyer. He was able to recover, but it all started with that turnover that gave the Utes a chance, and they were able to capitalize.
Exactly what you wanted to see if you were a Skating Utes fan, and now the Utes advantage is swelled back to 2. 1 minute and 18 seconds left on the power play for the Wolverines. But I think the Utes happy to have Uncle Mo back on their side. And now they have a minute of power play efforts to kill. And jobs like that will help. A good clear to take some much needed time off that clock. And what a goal that was. Especially man down offense. You're playing on your penalty kill. And Alex Murray able to come up with his first of the year. None bigger than that, obviously.
Yeah, and now we'll see. Maybe we'll get a couple more scorers. I mean, last time these two teams played, the Utes had 10 different goal scorers. So it'll be interesting to see what they can get here is more pressure from the Utes.
And Umina tried to find a nifty pass that time through to Fenstermacher. Here's a good backhanded chance. Tries to center that pass, and it's intercepted by the Utes. A nice keep to bury that inside the zone. Now they'll have to reset. Wolverines offsides. Now they're onsides. Back down all the way around and to our near side corner. Battle for possession. Final 5 seconds of power play. Quick shot comes up empty, and the Utes have an odd man rush entering the offensive zone. Now they do. Quick shot, save made. All instinct that time from Hunter Klingenmeyer. Able to get the wrap up, able to get the stop. And coming up empty that time on the power play are the Wolverines. The Utes do not, though. They are in penalty kill mode, and wouldn't you know, 4-man offense, they're able to score one anyways. What a shot from Alex Murray, and what a setup on the other end to get that goal home. I mean, 2-goal lead, a lot different than a 1-goal lead. And who else but Adam Corral with another multi-point game to assist that puck. Another great scoring chance that time for Utah. And out of the zone it goes. From the point, and Donovan O'Shea nearly just had himself, 150-foot goal? Utah Valley with some speed, driving to the opposite side of the ice, opting for a cover-up is Richard Lucy.
But going back to that goal from Utah, it really all started with the pressure from Adam Corral. Because if he didn't put that pressure on Klingenmeyer, the Utes don't get the puck, and that pass is really what set him up.
And having Corral down there to have the presence to wait for the rest of the offense, I mean, he knows he's got the net there, but the one thing he doesn't have is the angle, and he's also got Klingenmeyer backing up with his eyes on strictly the puck. Well played by Klingenmeyer in a situation you never want to find your goaltender in. But a great job by Utah to take advantage of it, and offsides called that time. And we'll have another stoppage. 1 second off our halfway point in this second period. It's a 3-1 game, pretty even in terms of shots, but not in terms of possession. Utah really possessing the puck that whole first period. And this second period, a bit of a switch up. More shots we've seen on goal already from Utah Valley. But one of them has rang home, and so has one for Utah in this period. More recently, Utah with the score. They're looking to keep the advantage on their side and add to that 2-goal lead. 3-1 game right now. Under the halfway point, up to the 9:50 mark in our second. Daniel Carroll with the puck. Carroll gonna slide it across the ice the other way for Skowinski. Skowinski back to Carroll, and a late offsides whistle. Utah well into the zone. A stoppage to take them out of it, and they'll have to win another face-off here and try and get a drive going against a back check that's looked a lot better in this second period thus far.
Well, especially for the Utes, being 6th ranked in your entire division in the West, you would expect to keep that ranking. And when you have other teams up there with you, like Montana State, Utah State, and Weber State, all within your own conference, it feels good when you're 6th and you're in the West Division.
I think they have to be comfortable and confident with that ranking. Looks like we're going to have a delayed penalty here as Richard Lucy skates off the ice and gives the Utes an extra man to work with here. 9 minutes left to tick. It looks like the Wolverines able to get to the puck, and they are. And back to what you said, in their region, yes, in the West, Utah is 6th of 20 total teams, so it has to put in perspective Utah having another very successful campaign very similar to their story in last year's contest, scuffling early, not meeting expectations early. Then they went on these huge win streaks, winning 5, 6, 7, 8 games in a row, where they chart so much progress and make their way up the standings that eventually set up that inevitable win against Weber State when it mattered most in regionals last year. Down on the near side, sending that puck ahead of the crowd. The Utes with a man advantage for the next 2 minutes, or a tick under 2 minutes now. 1:45 left on the 5-on-4 skate. Cole Turner with the puck, and he's looking to get in the score column for the first time tonight, as is this man for his second trip to the point column, Connor Beers. Already got an assist. Sure, he'd love a goal. Tried to clear that puck and got a bad angle off of it. Richard Lucy with the save that time, and a couple oohs and ahs as it took a big hop right before his leg blocker got a piece. Approaching the 8-minute mark and the halfway point of the man advantage for the Utes. Tries to thread it through, and a good idea. The execution needed work that time. Corral has it. Corral sends it across the way for Connor Beers. Beers along that far wall. Cycling up to Kai Tweeten. Tweeten across for Adam Corral. Corral's already got a couple points tonight. What's another one? On the near side, Turner over to Corral, and they're going to have to reset. Corral and Beers check off the ice. Turner stays, and he's got a couple new forwards to work with. Great space and a quick shot. Good save by Klingenmeyer, and a good job by the back check to clear that puck out. Under 30 seconds now on the Utes man advantage.
What's interesting from the Utes is, honestly, I feel like they were a little bit more dangerous when they were even strength.
Here's Donovan O'Shea taking a ripper that's blocked on its way. Carroll loses the puck, but Fenny's got it right for him. Fenny along the boards, back to Carroll. Carroll, final 5 seconds of man advantage. Over to Fenny. Fenny across everywhere, and another good shot that is blocked in its way. They tried to send it ahead of the whole crowd, and the Utes unsuccessful on this power play effort, but the pressure is still looming. 6:50 left to play in period number 2. Utah battling for possession on that far side, still with it. A shot from the point, a save made with the blocker, and a good one from Klingenmeyer. And finally, Utah Valley able to get a break from the pressure, just taps that one off at center ice and lets it roll down. Now Jackson Ronick with some action back on the ice.
Just wonder how tired these Utah Valley defenders are going to get the longer that Utah maintains possession.
Donovan O'Shea waiting for something to open up, looking for somewhere to go. Feeds it into the corner. Received by Fenny and sent around the horn up to Ronick. Ronick's got it, sends it all the way across, just a little too hot for Owen Melson that time. Now Malachi Lynch, the last line of defense, another quick turnover. And the Utes able to keep the puck in the offensive zone. 5:50 left to play. Another big turnover. Chance for the Utes off a skate. That time it looked like Jackson Ronick's skate. And now driving into the offensive zone. A quick shot save made by Lucy. Lucy gets it out. Good presence of mind to keep the clock ticking and get the puck out of harm's way. Across the ice, finds Ronick's tape, and now Ronick with some space. Crosses the blue line, tries to find a nasty pass to Alex Murray, who nearly had his second goal of the game.
And the Utes, the past 5 minutes, they're looking dangerous again. The constant pressure, it's what we saw in that first period. It's what we saw at the beginning of this period. But they kind of lost it somewhere in between, but now they're gaining it back.
Back to form and a couple of late hits that time. No surprise that the Utes going to take major exception to that. There was already a penalty on the ice. We'll see if that might be a double minor, or at the very least a minor penalty for what looked like boarding to me, or is it going to be a trip? Looks like both sides get a man in the box. Jack Gubler playing the defense card.
Some talking going on between these two players going into the box.
for the love of the game. Why do you think these guys do it? Because of that. Because of moments like that. So the first man in the second period to check into the box for the Wolverines is going to be Isaac Becerra. And
wonder what the officials are talking about here.
so that was the initial penalty, was Isaac Becerra, either a tripping or an interference penalty, goes to the box for 2 minutes. Then there was kind of a second effort hit, it looked like, from Becerra on whoever was wedged into the boards. Then obviously the men on the ice for Utah taking major exception to that. Jack Gubler's the one who gets rung up for coming in probably with some choice words. And now they both find themselves in the sin bin, both of which their first trip tonight. And Utah has the majority of the penalties in this game, despite having a 2-goal lead. They've given their opponent some good chances. Now their fourth penalty of the night, and just the second of the night, or excuse me, their fifth penalty of the night, and just the second of the night for the Wolverines.
A really long discussion here from the officials. I wonder if they're trying to figure out exactly who else was involved in that little scrummage that happened. Exact disciplinary.
It seems like it, and they want to get the official scorekeeper the correct terminology there, so there's no lost in translation. And Jack Gubler saying goodbye to his opponent on the other end. It looks like there might be a disqualification here for Isaac Becerra. And yes, it looks like that is all we will see of number 10 for the rest of the night. Isaac Becerra checks out. It is a game disqualification. So we'll see how this racks up on the scoreboard, whether the Utes are going to have a double minor, whether it's just a minor penalty, or whether it's a 5-minute major if there's a disqualification there as well. Another Ute checking into the box as well. That is Jackson Ronick. So we've got, as of right now, an empty Wolverines sin bin and a pretty packed one over on the other end for the Utes.
Yeah, I wonder, I think it might have been Gubler, or maybe it was Reddick who was poking with his stick at a Utah Valley player. So maybe that could be the cause of having two players in the box. And looks like we're gonna have 5 minutes.
So it is a double minor for the Utes. They have 4 minutes of, I believe, 3-man hockey we're gonna see, right?
I believe so.
So another 2 men coming into the box for Utah Valley. It's a 5-minute major because of that disqualification.
Another player
coming to have a quick word, and I think that 5-minute major is served by a teammate down there in the box. Unless that's still Isaac Becerra, but I thought that he had skated off. We're going to have to wait for ACHA's ruling on this one before we go around saying any false claims here.
Yeah.
A big stoppage with 5:04 left to play. A 3-1 game that's been all Utah in this period, especially the last few minutes. Utah really was stepping on the gas pedal and mounting some good pressures on offense. Now both sides with a chance to let tempers flare and get it out of the system. Now back to hockey. On the ice we go. And I'll have that ruling in just a second. So it was a game misconduct for Isaac Becerra. Back to the field of play we go. Connor Beers wins the opening faceoff here with 5 minutes left in this second period. Back behind the nets. 4-on-4 hockey. Tries to thread it through for Kai Tweeten, who wasn't quite expecting it yet. Now back on that near side corner. Tweeten looking for somewhere to go. A nice move, finding some space and cycling it back down behind the nets. Cole Turner looking to shake a man off his tail. Still with the puck and sends it back down into the corner. Nice job to fare the man off his back and keep possession rolling on the right side of the ice for the Utes. Tweeten tries to get that one by him. 7-on-7 crime, stolen out of his back pocket, and now driving onto that near side corner is Braden Murphy with the puck. Trying to find somewhere to go. Cole Turner steals it right from him, and Connor Beers has got it now right back to Turner. Turner handles that one with a skate, enters the offensive zone, and another pickpocket right across the blue line. Utah Valley now.
Well, there's a lot more open ice right now for both sides, and the Utes seeming to having a little bit more issues handling the puck with it. Utah Valley doing a good job at getting their sticks in front.
Ooh, a great chance for that time from Donovan O'Shea. Just a better save from Hunter Klingenmeyer. And possession still on that near side. A big hit laid by Ben Leduc. The captain continues to show up with authority, announcing his presence without having to tell anybody he's there. A great screen shot, and I don't know how Klingenmeyer got it, even a piece of that one. Looked like it caught a stick at the last second and took a dart downwards, and just a great save from Klingenmeyer. Keeps the Utes out of the net, and with 3:19 left to play, there is 2 minutes and 16 seconds left on the sin bin trip for the Utes, and 3 minutes and 16 seconds left for Utah Valley. So after the Utes check out of the box, they'll have a minute of man advantage hockey, and they might not need it. A goal from the logo. How about it? Donovan O'Shea continues to write his name in the score column, and what a beautiful effort that time. His 5th goal of the year.
Man, the Utes continuing. The open ice is helping the Utes, and now 4-1 for Utah Valley. It just has to be really demeaning to see all of these shots going on target, the pressure constant coming from Utah, and it pays off for the Utes again.
2 quick goals, this time 4-on-4 hockey, and they're able to do their bidding. How about it? Donovan O'Shea just continues to develop, continues to excel offensively, and we all know what he does defensively because he does it every game. I mean, this newfound point streak, certainly something we could get used to up here in the booth. Impressive work from Donovan O'Shea, another golden chance, and a great shot saved by Klingenmeyer. Now Utah Valley looking for any chance to get this out of their zone and just cut the pressure. Utah been all over the puck since both of these teams checked into the box.
Yeah, the Utes been all over the puck, but even when they were at even strength, it
nice
really
pass in front, a good chance, and nearly burying home the 3rd goal of the period and the 5th goal of the game. Oh, so close.
But as I was saying, even when they were at even strength, the Utes were put in possession. If anything, now that it's a 4-on-4, the Utes really just been able to excel that pressure that they've had.
Well, I think it goes back to what you said. More space on the ice also opens up these lanes, and that might sound like a minimal effect kind of thing, but it is huge to have these open. I mean, look at what Riley Mabitas is doing right now. There's always an open spot. There's always a soft spot when you have 4-on-4 hockey. Malachi Lynch with the puck. 30 seconds left before these two Utes check back into the game. All the way ahead of the crowd towards the red line. A nice job receiving that puck and keeping it rolling. Richard Lucy, a dangerous chance. And Utah Valley, oh my goodness, did that puck stay out of the net? Are you kidding me? How did that not go in?
That
was an improbable save in the net.
That was right on the line.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. I cannot believe that Lucy got there.
Well, that's one way to preserve a 3-goal lead, and I had thought that had assuredly gone in. But if it walked that goal line, then obviously not a goal. Has to completely pass. Let's see the replay there. All happened so fast, but late Lucy very out of position, and he's able to get on top of that puck and keep it out. And what a call by the officials on the ice, not getting too angsty themselves, waiting to see that one all the way through. Lucy able to get a glove on it, and more importantly, able to keep it out. A really, really incredible save from the freshman goaltender.
Right on the line.
Game of inches, and that time the Utes had that inch working on their side. Connor Beers with the puck. Final 2 seconds, and the Utes, they are back to full strength 5-on-4 hockey for the next minute. Cole Turner tries to lay a hit on that far corner. Somehow the puck finds him once again. He's got it near the face-off circle, sends it up to the point for Adam Corral. Corral has it swiped right from him. Good back check to stop that chance before it became anything dangerous. A great pass right here. Connor Beers with a whole net to work with, and a great save once again from Klingenmeyer. Another good chance that time. Final half minutes of our second period.
And Klingenmeyer's had to come up huge for this Utah Valley side.
Here's a one-on-one to the nets. Tries to go backhand, and what a stick lift. Just boxing him out. Kai Tweeten showing off his defensive prowess that time. A great play to cut that chance down. Final 10 seconds in period number 2. Another good chance up front. Tries to find a man to get that pass to. Quick shot. Can't find its mark. And the Utes, the winners of period number 2. It is a 4-1 game. Utah Valley able to strike first and cut the deficit to 1 before Utah says, I don't think so, and scores 2 more goals of their own. 2 great goals, in fact, and they were much needed. Alex Murray with his first of the year, assisted by Adam Corral, his 8th assist of the season, his 2nd point of the game. He continues to excel offensively as a Ute, and Donovan O'Shea, there might not be anybody better at two-way play than Donovan O'Shea. He's got 5 goals now on the season and 12 total points with his 7 assists. He continues to make opposing goaltenders fear him on the ice. A great pass set up from Benjamin Hostetler and Aiden Umina. We are through with 2 periods here in Utah. We are going to send it down rinkside for a quick interview between periods. We'll be back in 15.
Connor here with Alex Murray. Our score is currently 4-1. Alex, you scored one of these points in this last period. What helped you set up for that goal?
Just working hard. You know, we were on the PK. Just saw my buddy AK win a puck in the corner and decided to jump in the play.
That's beautiful. All right, and then how are you guys going to keep this momentum going and carry on to finish this game strong?
Just keeping it simple. You know, working hard, pucks deep, find the open guy.
Alrighty, thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
third period of hockey is due up momentarily. It is a 4-1 game. It looked like Utah Valley was going to go out and win that period. I mean, they had the first goal. They had momentum on their side, and they had their efforts rolling the way that they wanted to. But Utah, what a great response. They bury one, they bury another. They take the advantage in the period. They take the advantage in the game. Now 4-1, a 3-goal lead. And Utah feeling great about their positioning moving into this third period, looking to secure a full period or a 3-period win against these Utah Valley Wolverines. Their third time facing off this year. This is by far the closest of the first 3 matchups that they've had against one another.
Well, and really, like you said, the Wolverines look to be gaining momentum. They scored off the power play. They were really starting to gain shots, but they shot themselves in the foot by giving up a shorthanded goal. Then again, off of another power play, they give up another goal to the Utes because of discipline issues. And it comes down to it. It's 4-1. We're going into the third period, and it's going to take a miracle for the Wolverines to come back in this one. And even though this is the closest that they've been to the Utes, it really hasn't been that close because the Utes have been sustaining pressure all night long.
It makes it so much more difficult to get any of these long, drawn-out drives. I mean, you look at the form of offense that the Utes are running, and this is a patient, well-waiting, striking offense that's just waiting for the chance to present itself. They will cycle the puck a whole period around the man in net if that's what it takes to find the opening and score. And the patience has paid off thus far. A 4-1 lead, 24 shots compared to Utah Valley's 15. Utah flying high riding into this third period, and they're looking to add to that 3-goal advantage. And I was mentioning in the pregame show earlier tonight that, a huge chance, and right away, I can't even get to it. Unbelievable. Utah with the advantage. They add to it. It is a 5-1 game. And how about it? Quinn Steffen getting into the score column, and that is a huge goal. Hearing his number called and immediately taking advantage of it. His first points as a Ute.
Well, that, again, we have a bunch of new scores for the Utes tonight. I mean, we've seen it from, I believe, Riley Metabus, if I'm saying that right. We've seen a lot of these long exchanges, new people getting on the board for the Utes, and it's paying off. Right off the bat, the Utes getting on the board. Not even 11 seconds into this period.
Part of the reason you see now a 4-goal advantage, and 11 seconds into the period. I mean, first shot of the period. Driving right to the net and doing it himself. Quinn Steffens looked very comfortable tonight, very confident tonight. And that goal helps to secure that notion as the truth. What a way to start this period. And now it looks like Annalise Funk making her way down there, the head athletic trainer for the Utes. Having a quick check on the man in net, Hunter Klingenmeyer, who's played a great game today, albeit that chance there, he just got beat by Quinn Steffen.
Yeah, hopefully everything's okay with Klingenmeyer. Besides, I mean, 5 goals against him, can't really do much when you have a team putting a lot of pressure on you, but he's played very well tonight. Hopefully he's okay. He's again taken very well care of by the staff down there.
I mean, about as ideal of a start to a third period as you could possibly have.
Yeah.
I don't know that it starts better than that. You win the opening draw, you get a nice pass to your winger who leads a drive ahead, goes on his backhand and scores a beauty of a goal to extend the lead to 4. Now Utah feeling very comfortable, very confident about this advantage they've put together.
Yeah.
They'll just have to continue to apply the pressure and milk away the final 1950 of this period, acting like that's not a whole period. That is a whole period of hockey that we've got due up. I mean, I can't stress how fast that goal happened. Looking at my computer, I look up, and it's in the back of the net.
Right. And look who it is again. Cole Turner and Connor Beers getting the assists on that goal, getting some more points behind them this season.
Another huge effort. They continue to stack those efforts together. And like you said, it's 16 assists now for Cole Turner. I mean, that is just playmaking at its finest. 8 assists now for Connor Beers as well. And Quinn Steffen able to chart his first goal as a member of the Utah Utes. And again, as I flashed us back a minute ago, we were talking about who needed this win more. desperation time for Utah Valley, and albeit they still need this win. So does Utah. Tomorrow night going to be the biggest test of the year, possibly, as they face off against the 18-0, a perfect season still in tow for Weber State. Utah got a great chance on their home ice tomorrow night to put that to bed and upset a team that really has been untouchable all year long.
When we look at the differential for Weber State, 63 goal differential. I mean, we're talking about a team that has been absolutely dominant, but when they play Utah, it's been close. The Utes have, the 2 games that they've played so far this year, they've only lost by 1 goal both times. So the Utes have kept it close against their in-state rival in Weber State. So it's going to be interesting to see on the home ice, the Utes see this one out, they can keep that momentum going into tomorrow night.
Well, and keeping these to 1-goal losses, that's more than most of their opponents this whole year can say they've done. Weber they've been a man on a mission, I think, especially after last year's eliminations, the early exit in the playoffs. I think coming back with some fire this year, a little bit angry, and they're looking for a win of the Western Region or the MWCHL. And they're closing in on that if they continue to play this way. But yes, like you said, 4-3 on the second night of the season. Utah loses on the road up in Ogden, a very close game. Then just a week later on Friday, the home opener against Weber State, the Utes lose 2-1. They were winning in that game 1-0 the whole way through until the waning moments of the third. Weber State able to find a will, able to find a way, and bury one in nets to tie it and send it to overtime. Great chance out front. And Leduc had it poked right away from him at the last second. 18.5 left to play. We're going to have an icing, and back down to the Wolverines' side of the ice we go. 18:28 on the clock, a 5-1 game. Now 24 shots for the Utes and 15 for their opposition, the Wolverines. It has been all Utah this evening. They're looking to cement that here with a good third period.
And I mean, they started out with the best way you can start out a period with that goal, and nothing has really changed. They keep the pressure on this Wolverine team, and the Utah Valley has not had an answer in this third period so far.
Can't draw it up much better than 1 shot, 1 goal. That is for sure. Clearly, whatever Coach Fornelius said to him in the locker room paid dividends. Aiden Umina charting up the near side. He's looking for some space. Shakes a man off and back to the point. Now quick screen shot. It's about 3 pairs of legs before it finds the boards. Utah somehow still in possession of this puck. What a move by Kai Tweeten. What a move again by Tweeten. Wraps it all the way around and sends it up to the point for Skowinski. Nathan Skowinski sends this one down off the backboards. A big deflection that Utah is able to gobble up, and they'll have to reset, get back on side. With a man on his tail, Skowinski dishes it down for Tweeten. Tweeten up ahead for Jack Umina, or excuse me, Aiden Umina. Shout out Jack Umina. Alex Murray in pursuit of that puck. All the way around the horn it goes, and Kai Tweeten has got it on his tape. Up ahead to Adam Corral. Corral, ooh, a big hit laid on Daniel Carroll, and he is slow to get up. They're still playing on the ice. And a heap of pain down there. Now they will wave it down.
Oh, man.
And the training staff just came onto the ice, checked out. Everything was okay with Klingenmeyer in net, and now Daniel Carroll in a heap of pain over there, and hopefully everything is okay for the young man. That's all we can say from up here. But a big hit laid in open ice.
Yeah, that did not look good. He immediately went down, and you see players gathering around him as the trainers come and check him out.
Back up on his knees, back up on his skates. Those are both great signs. Seeing Carroll pop back up like that, I know that one is a ringer. That does not feel good on either end, the hit or hitting the ice.
And he will be feeling that one in the morning, hopefully for not too long.
Got a game to play tomorrow.
Yeah, we were saying we got a big one tomorrow, so hopefully he's okay.
And that's a guy that they need. I mean, Daniel Carroll, a great piece in transition. I mean, he's got 2 goals this year for a reason and 4 assists to go with it. Not a guy that you want to have out, so hopefully everything okay with Daniel Carroll. Good to see him skating back on his own 2 feet, or back to his own bench. Always a welcome sign, but just a huge hit laid that time.
And we've seen a couple of those throughout this game. I mean, both sides, it's a little bit of an in-state rivalry. Seen some big hits from both of these teams put on each other. Some of them causing the other team to go on to the penalty. So it was a clean hit, but you never like to see a player go down to the ice like that.
And a tribute to, or a testament to the toughness of Daniel Carroll being able to get up from that one, because I know, like you said, that one definitely going to hurt tomorrow morning. I think a bit of a wind knock. But Daniel Carroll able to eat that, tanks right through it, and we are back to hockey on the ice. 16:50 left to play in our final period of action. Cole Turner threads it through, tries to find Quinn Steffen. Steffen's already got a goal tonight. I'm sure he'd love another one. Turner with a good intercept that time. Now Connor Beers has got it, but he's going to have to reset out of the zone. Back to the neutral zone. A nice pass without looking that time. Cole Turner gets it off. Back to Steffen. Steffen with a quick shot. Goes for the 5-hole. Second effort, and it's covered up by Klingenman. Again, another great save by Hunter Klingenmeyer.
And Klingenmeyer has come up with some big saves to, I mean, keep this deficit from getting too out of hand for Utah Valley, because without him in net, this game would be pretty out of hand for the Wolverines.
Be a different game for sure. He has stood on his head to keep the lead, or keep the deficit where it is, planted at 4. Very difficult against this offense. Again, as we mentioned, I mean, they've got about 10 different ways to attack you, and half of them, or at least 3 of them, are defensemen. Here's a great shot from a defenseman. Donovan O'Shea, he's already checked into the goal column tonight, looking for his second in as many periods. 5-1 advantage. The Utes looking to add to that and keep time on their side. Run this one down. Jack Gubler in on the face-off circle. And Braden Murphy on the other side, able to win the draw for the Wolverines. Nice job by the Utes forecheck to bat that one back down onto the near side corner. Fenny with the pass that time that gets blocked on its way. And all the way down it goes. Donovan O'Shea is the first one there. He sends it off the boards and keeps possession rolling. Hostetler with a quick tap. And a nice pass to O'Shea. O'Shea cuts back inside where he's pickpocketed, and now they're driving that opposite way. Braden Murphy looking for some space, having trouble maintaining that puck. A nice job by the back check to poke it off. And now Gubler's got some space. On the backhand, 17-on-17 action. All the way down it goes onto that near side corner. Batted back behind the nets. Both sides looking for possession. And a much needed breakout pass for the Wolverines. Only one man down there though, and 3 Utes on every side of them. They're able to get that puck easy, and now Jackson Rennick driving towards the net. He takes a quick shot that deflects wide. A nice effort that time, just couldn't put it where he wanted it. 1-on-1 to the net. A nice job by Skowinski to get there first and poke the puck away from the point of attack. Connor Fenstemacher enters the zone. Back to Jackson Ronick. Ronick with a shot that hits a man on its way.
Well, as this game goes on and minutes continue to tick off for the Utes.
Good scoring chance, forehand, and he scores and cuts the lead down to 3. It's a 5-2 game. Utah Valley with their second goal in as many periods, and their first of this third period, and that's about all you can ask for if you want to get momentum back on your side. A 5-2 game.
Well, what I was about to say was that as time was going on, Utah Valley was going to have to start putting a little bit more pressure on the puck. And immediately they beat me to it and get the goal to cut this to 3 and maybe make the Utes a little bit more on edge with the final 14 minutes.
So you're telling me there's a chance. Within striking distance now, Utah Valley with some authority looking to get another goal charted here in this third period. It'll be their first multi-goal period in some time. Corral looking to put that to bed. Wide open man, quick shot, he misses high and wide. Mabutas nearly had his first multi-goal game as a Ute. Oh, when Melson's got it, Melson's gonna cycle that puck along the blue line through the neutral zone, right back to Mabutas. Him and Corral with a little mix-up, and they bump each other off possession. Now cutting it down, Easton Olsen tries to dish it down all the way, and a quick stoppage with 13:35 left to play. 5-2 game now. The 16th shot of the game, a great one for the Wolverines. It rings home their second goal and cuts the lead down to just 3 for the Utes.
Well, for Utah now, they need to try and limit Utah Valley's chances. You don't want hope.
And how about it? Right there is the hope that you're talking about. The Wolverines back in the back of the net for the second time in as many minutes. We've got ourselves a brand new game, 5-3 from the Salt Lake County Sports Complex. And how about it? Right on cue.
Wow, and I was just about to say the Utes need to be careful not giving the Wolverines hope, and immediately the Wolverines are getting back into this game.
Well, I think that time the Wolverines giving themselves some hope. Braden Koliha able to bury it home and record his first goal of the season to get his team right where they want to be. It's back to the worst lead in hockey, a 5-3 game and a 2-goal deficit. Now looking for a quick response are the Utes, and in need of it now, only leading by 2. What a great job by the Wolverines and Utah Valley University in general. Able to keep hope, able to keep their confidence up, and able to get back in the game more importantly, or most importantly. Skowinski with a great move that time, finding a wide open Connor Beers. Beers skates past the logo, quick shot with a screen in front, and Utah Valley able to get the rebound. They're gonna take it out of the zone, or at least try to take it out of the zone. Cole Turner wedges that man off and just stays upright somehow. Kai Tweeten will cycle that puck along that far side.
Well, now for the Utes, it's about keeping possession of this puck. You do not want to give Utah Valley too much of this, just like they have now.
Along the boards.
But you really don't want to see the Wolverines get too many more chances and continue this hope that they can come back and make this more of a game.
Well, if you're a Utes fan, yes.
Yeah.
If you're a Wolverines fan, I think you're seeing everything you want to see right now in this third period. I mean, Utah, they get the scoring started, sure, but what a response from UVU to get back in the score column with 2 of their own and cut the deficit back to 2, which is what we've seen them do all night long.
Well, and we were talking before the game about Utah Valley struggling to get the puck in the back of the net. And I mean, in this third period, they've been able to do something that they've struggled to do all year, and that's get a 2-goal period.
And now a 3-goal game. And again, they only trail by 2, but chances like that are exactly what Utah is looking to take advantage of. And they nearly had it right there. A battle for possession ensuing for both sides. Couple stick lifts, couple stick smacks, and Utah Valley able to get it back. Max Fenney in pursuit of the puck, one of the leading point scorers for the Utes. Late whistle that time, and it looks like it's going to be an offsides call, and another face-off coming from just outside the zone for the Wolverines. The Utes looking for a goal, and hesitate to say that they need it, but they kind of do. Only winning by 2 goals over Utah Valley University. They've showed off their quick strike ability with a couple of quick goals here in this third period. And now all of a sudden we got a brand new game, 5-3. It's the most goals they've scored in a single game against Utah this year. By far the best of the performances we've seen between these two sides.
Yeah, and doing it on the road has a statement about this Utah Valley team, showing a little bit more urgency and grit in this game to keep it close and not allow the Utes to just open this one up, as the Utes did have that 5-1 lead there for a minute.
Quick shot, good save, and another good save, I should say, by Hunter Klingenmeyer, who continues to wrap these up and keep his team in striking distance. Just a 2-goal deficit they faced. Donovan O'Shea wanted to change that with that shot. Off the draw, it's a Utah face-off win, and the puck wedged on the near side. Back behind the net, a nice job by the back check and a big hit laid to get the man off the point. Now they're cycling the puck. Umina finding his open man. Back to Umina, who can't handle the pass, but he will get there for cleanup. Able to track it down first. Along the near side boards it goes. Murray's able to bat it back down that way. Connor Fenstemacher takes, sent to center ice. Off the stick of Aiden Umina, and a nice clear by Utah Valley. Now they get a change of skates out there, as Alex Murray touches that one through the neutral zone. Aiden Umina in pursuit. Able to bat the puck away, but sticks to his man, or opts to stick to the man instead of stick with the puck. A nice steal that time from Riley Mabitas, and a great effort from Fenstemacher to get back on side. Too little too late though. Another stoppage coming with 10.5 left to play in the third period. A 2-goal advantage for the Utes as we move to the near side face-off circle.
That was a nice little dive there from Fenstemacher, trying to get out of the way and keep his team on side. It didn't work out, but you like the effort there.
The sliding dolphin dive, head first, no hesitation. It's the thought that counts, right?
Yeah. But for the Utes, they need to start cycling this puck like they were in the beginning of this period and really throughout the game, and try and create those gaps and maybe get that goal to seal this one off. But Utah Valley not making it easy for them.
No, they're not. They're right there every single time they try and put the nail in the coffin. It seems like Utah Valley's right there to let them know, like, no, we're still alive and kicking. In fact, we really want this win. So fortunately, Utah is able to fend them off thus far, albeit just a 2-goal lead. And it seems like Utah Valley keeps manufacturing chances like this for themselves.
Elijah Rico lost his stick there. He was playing a little bit of soccer.
Now Mabiatas with some speed on the forehand, in front, and they just miss a wide open net. What a great connection that time between Mabiatas and I believe Malachi Lynch. They just couldn't ring it home. Actually, that was Adam Corral on the receiving end of that pass. Malachi Lynch back on defense. Send left, send right, and he's just able to fend the man off. Now it's Cole Turner and Connor Beers. And if you're Hunter Klingenmeyer, you got to be scared of that sight right there. Yeah. Turner and Beers with no one to defend him. Owen Melson with the puck. He's looking for somewhere to go. Cole Turner takes his place at the point, sends it across the blue line, and wants Malachi Lynch. Lynch gets hit with that puck. Can't corral it down. Oh, what a move to bat that puck and keep it on side. Now Connor Beers looks for it. Beers sends it back down behind the nets and around the horn. And a late whistle that time, and an even later hit between those two guys. Wondering what the call is that time. But the official's hand for a delayed penalty is in the air. It looks like Utah Valley going to the box, and not a penalty you want to be taken at this stage of the game. You've got under half of the period left, 8:40 on the clock. You're taking your second penalty of the game and the third as a team total. So a dangerous chance now for the Utes to go out and try and cement this as a victory at home tonight.
Well, for Walter Montgomery, who is now in the box for Utah Valley. It's just an unnecessary. You don't need to take that penalty there. It hurts your team, and now for the next 2 minutes, Utes can kill time and possibly seal this one away. And the Utes, they get their chance to really start cycling this one.
And they immediately take advantage of that chance. And how about it, Ben Hostetler? Welcome back. That is a very missed sights and a 6-3 game. Bury it in the back of the net. Why don't you? The Utes' second goal of the period and a much-needed one. That extends the lead back to 3. And I think a breath of fresh air for every Utes fan in attendance.
Yeah, I was just saying that the Utes were going to have their chance to cycle this one around, and immediately off the penalty, Hostetler just sinks that one in, not giving Klingenmeyer a chance to get a glove or a stick to that one.
Max Fenny cycling that puck forwards, just missing the tape of Ben Leduc. Now a good pass at center ice to keep possession rolling that way. That's Braden Murphy looking for some space. Jack Cooper finds the puck and immediately has it stripped. Both sides fighting for possession. Soft part of the ice. Good pass to the point for a quick shot that's sent wide by Richard Lucy. A good save that time. Now Utah led by their captain, Ben Leduc on the backhand. He's looking for somewhere to go. Leduc with a full circle around that side of the rink, and it's intercepted by Utah Valley. Now they're driving down the other way. A good move, but he forgot the puck, and Utah able to get possession back. Donovan O'Shea off the near side boards, tries to wedge it out of the zone. A great pass in front, and what a save by Richard Lucy. Not sure he ever saw that puck. Perfectly in position, perfect instincts, and a stoppage here with 7:28 left to play.
Lucy was looking around like, wondering if that went in or not. He was confused where the puck was. Little did he know he made a very important save to keep this 3-goal lead for the Utes, and he's struggled in some parts of the night, but he's come up big when it's mattered most.
Well, now they got a great chance. Alex Murray looking for a second goal of the game. Shoots on the logo, and an easy save for Klingenmeyer, but a great chance nonetheless for Alex Murray, and a good shot. Murray back in pursuit, tries to lay a hit, but the puck able to seep through. All the way back into Utah's zone it goes. Now Skowinski tries to get that one off, and just a little bit errant with the pass. A 2-on-2 entering the zone. Alex Murray, soft part of the ice, a quick shot that deflects wide and rolls around the horn. Back to Connor Fenstermacher, who centers a perfect pass. Just nobody home to write it back, and a nice job by Utah Valley to get the clear. Tries to wedge that one out of the zone, and he's just able to do so. Two guys at center ice were fighting for possession. All the way back down it goes into Lucy's lap, and up in the air at center ice. A nice steal from Mabiatas. He's been everywhere tonight. Tries to thread it through, finds a stick, or doesn't find a stick, and it's going to be an icing call with 6:17 left to play. A 6-3 game. The Utes now starting to take shape. I mean, we've really seen it this whole game in terms of possessing the puck and getting shots on net. They've done a great job of that. The one thing that they haven't done is been able to close out these Wolverines, and credit to the Wolverines. Hats off where credit is due. They've done a great job of staying in striking range and fighting and doing whatever they can to find a way to win this game. Yeah. And Utah simply doesn't want to allow them to do that. And they're not going to allow them to do that, or at least do their best to not. Now Daniel Carroll with a nice move. Good to see him back on the ice and looking fully healthy after that big hit. Mabiatas finds the open man. Another one in front. Tweeting a third pass, and they score. It is Mabiatas' second of the game, and he's assisted by Tweetin. What a great job of just cycling around the whole rink that time. Tape to tape to tape to net. 7-3 game.
And it's what they've been doing all night, getting the puck around, making sure that they can get the extra pass, and really centering that one in. And the Utes controlling this one now in the third period. Looks like they're going to win another period. if this continues. But now the important thing is keeping possession of the puck and just not giving the Wolverines a chance to possibly pull off a miracle, even though it seems pretty unlikely here. Utes doing a really good job.
Oh, good chance in front. What a save by Richard Lucy. And again, improbable, not impossible.
Yeah.
We've seen greater leads come down quicker, albeit 5.5 left to play. Time working against you, the opposing goaltender working against you, the whole Utes team working against you. It's going to be a big hill to overcome for the Wolverines if they want to come all the way back in this game. Down by 4 now.
Well, the difficult thing, too, for the Wolverines is the lack of goal scorers. And when you don't have a single player
right in front, and they nearly bury their 8th of the game. Another chance right in front, and they do just that. Connor Beers buries goal number 8, and it's getting ugly now in Salt Lake City. It's the 3rd of the period for the Utes, and all of a sudden, it is an 8-3 game.
Well, I was just talking about the other side, Utah Valley not having many goal scorers. Well, for the Utes, it's a different story. They have plenty of goal scorers. Wherever they want to look, there is a player there to put the puck in the back of the net. And Connor Beers getting on the score sheet again.
And about what you'd expect from Connor in his second year as a Ute. His 13th goal of the season. He's already got an assist tonight as well. That gives him an even 20 points on the season. A multi-point night for Connor Beers. Final 5 of third period. Third period action here in Salt Lake City. Up ahead of the crowd. A nice wedge pass from Connor Fenstemacher to just keep it rolling that way. Ooh, finding the open man in space. Leduc couldn't handle that pass that time. Lefty magic waiting patiently. Owen Melson with a quick shot that goes wide. All the way around the horn. A nice jab by Malachi Lynch to keep it in play before it's slapped out. Leduc brings it back in, sends it ahead for Melson, and Melson ahead of the whole crowd for Fenny. Fenny's got it. Fenny approaching the logo. Quick pass in front, another jab, and the Utes looking for their 5th goal of the period. Another pass sent wide. Pressure maintaining on that front end. A golden chance for Ben Leduc. Leduc in front to Fenny. Fenny can't ring it home. Final 3:45 of regulation. They had They had 4 goals coming into this period. They doubled their goal total in 1 period of action with 4 in this period alone.
Well, and it was looking a little scary there for the Utes, but the moment that it did, they just started to slam this door shut on the Wolverines, not giving them any more hope.
And here's Donovan O'Shea, point hungry. Can he get another one? A good wrap up that time from Klingmeyer in net. And 3:14 left to play here in the third. A 5-goal lead for Utah has them pretty comfortably in front. Yeah. And now they turn their attention towards killing the final 3:14 on the game clock.
And just overall for the Utah hockey program, earlier today, the women's team getting a big win against Arizona, finishing 2-0. Right after this game, same ice, same sheet, the Division I team will be playing Arizona in a back-to-back. So it's a good weekend for hockey here in Utah.
The clean sweep here at home. Ooh, some late fanatics there taking major exception to a cross-check is Aiden Umina. A little toss-up on the far side behind the net.
Getting some.
It looks like we've got a helmet per side on the ground.
Yeah, some punches being thrown and officials having to break up a fight there.
Understandably, tempers flaring in a game like this. Aiden Umina, not something you see very often checking into the box. but he will do just that. And obviously a man for the Wolverines due to check into the box as well. Very stringent on no fighting in the ACHA. And it looks like he's actually getting a disqualification. So Walker Montgomery goes back to the locker room 3 minutes early. And both sides, I believe, will be skating 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes.
He has to be careful there. It looks like he was having a little too many words with the official. You have to know when it's time to just be quiet and go on with the rest of your day. And I'm not sure if that took any part of his disqualification for the night, but looks like the refs are going to have another long look to make sure everything's checked out. Scorekeeper has everything good down there.
So we know at the very least, Aiden Umina is in the box for an unallotted amount of time. There will likely be somebody to serve Walker Montgomery's disqualification from this game. So we'll have to see. Utah Valley might be playing from the penalty kill the rest of this one. But again, let's not go throwing around false statements. Let's wait until we have an official ruling from the ice.
Umina getting pulled out of the box. Looks like he's going to be heading to the locker room early too.
A double DQ as Alex Umina checks back. Or excuse me, Aiden Umina just invented Alex Umina out of thin air. Aiden Umina checks back into the Utes locker room. Oh, and at the end of the day, he ended up playing what? Almost 60 full minutes of hockey?
Yeah.
About 3 minutes shy. A solid day for Aiden Umina. The only downside being he doesn't get to be out there as the Utes try and cement this one away with a 2 minutes and 56 left to play and a 5-goal lead. So man checks into the box for the Wolverines, and it's Easton Olsen who will be serving that penalty. It looks like it's going to be a 2-minute minor. At least that's what's on the scoreboard for now. But another meeting of the officials, meeting of the minds down there. An 8-3 game, a 5-goal lead for the Utes, and just some late fanatics that time behind the nets of Hunter Klingenmeyer.
Ever wonder if they're finishing that conversation with what they're going to have for dinner?
Maybe.
You know, it's
highly
getting towards
possible.
the end
Where are
of
we
the
going
night.
after the game,
Yeah,
guys?
right?
TGI Fridays. You've got options. But they're running out of options. It's becoming somewhat late. 6:45, it's not late at all. It will become late soon, though, and the food options drop like flies.
Yeah,
Once
especially
it passes the 9 o'clock hour.
Well, especially after it seems COVID, everything started to close earlier, so they might have to maybe go to Chick-fil-A or something. Always
For
good.
them.
Oh, yeah. For the Utes, they've been eating up this lead for now it seems forever.
They've had the lead the whole game. Aside from making it a one-score game is the closest it's been between these two. That was back in the first period when Utah Valley was able to cut that 2-0 lead down to just one. Final 2.5 minutes of regulation, so it's a 2-minute man advantage for the Utes. 5-on-4 hockey all the way through the final minute of this period. 2:15 left to play. Donovan O'Shea with the puck on his stick. Gets it off to Max Fenny. Fenny, a quick intercept and a tie-up between those two guys. Now across the other end, past the blue line, tries to find Dono and cannot connect. Under our final 2 minutes of play, 55 left to go on the power play man advantage for the Utes. Oh, great pass. Finds Roenick in front, and what a save by Hunter Klingenmeyer. And obviously led in 8 tonight. Not the finest night in net, albeit at the same time he's playing a extremely capable offense that has made his life very difficult. And his defense has been struggling all game to keep pace with these Utes. So you understand where those 8 goals are coming from. But saves like that kept the Wolverines within striking distance throughout the majority of this contest. And you have to give hats off to the man who deserves it, Hunter Klingenmeyer.
Yeah, and then the Utes just opened up the barn doors, and there was no chance for Utah Valley to slow them down in this third period. Like
Tall task coming back from that big of a lead.
Yeah, and then like you said, in this third period, the Utes doubling their lead. So
came into the third with 4 goals, and they leave with 8. And I mean, that is quick strike offense if I've ever seen it, and that's exactly what the Utes want to preach. That's exactly what they want to be seeing. Production like that, and not just one guy leading in production. We saw towards the end of last year, it was kind of the Connor Beers show, and not to take away from any of the other guys' accomplishments on this team, but he was the runaway leader in that points category. And this year, it's not like that at all. They've got a Max Hovey with 21 points, Cole Turner now with 20-plus points, Connor Beers with an even 20-plus points. Adam Corral can say the same. I mean, that's a 4-headed dragon of dudes who can put up multiple points every time they're out on the ice. Oh, a great chance here in front of the whole offense, and great defense from Kai Tweeten to bat the man away. Final minute of regulation hockey here in Salt Lake City. Another pile up over there on the far side. Tries to get that pass all the way across, and Murray can't handle it. He's got the rebound. Final 40 in Salt Lake. If Mabitas could score, it would mark a hat trick. Be a pretty impressive way to notch your first 3 goals as a Ute. Have a game, Riley. Up to the point for Tweeten. It looks like the Utes looking to milk this one away. Connor Fenstemacher now with possession. He's going to hold behind the net, look for somewhere to go, send it to the near side, and a nice job getting his boot in the way. Another turnover, and Utah Valley, they've got a race of speed going the other way. Final 5 seconds, and intercept, and this should do it. 3, 2, 1, the clock has ticked. It's a Utah win, and what a way to bounce back from their loss last weekend on the road against Utah State. No bigger announcement than an 8-3 win on your home ice against a team that's still looking to get it all going, and showed a ton of fight tonight in being able to do just that.
And it's going to be really big for this Utes team now, getting this win tonight, but taking the momentum from this win on their home ice to tomorrow's game against undefeated Weber State, who leads the division, who is one of the best teams in the region. And it's going to be a big game tomorrow night, same time, same place.
One of the best teams in the region, one of the best teams in the nation. I mean, 18-0, they find themselves 20 points ahead of the next closest team, which is Montana State at 33 points. And now after this win, Utah has leapfrogged Montana State. They are at 34 points on the year. So a huge contest tomorrow. And the way that Weber's playing, it might not be possible to catch them. I mean, they are at 18-0. That is an incredible record at the halfway point of the season. And they're looking to add to that and make it 19-0 tomorrow. And the one team that really does not want to allow that to happen, could you guess? It'd be the Utah Utes. They've played them well twice this year already, a 4-3 loss in the season opener down in Ogden, and a 2-1 loss here on their home ice. How about a nice cold dish of revenge tomorrow afternoon? That's exactly what the Utes are looking for, and it would be an enormous win to beat the big bad Weber State Wildcats.
Yeah, and the only team that has beat this Utes side at home are the Wildcats, as the Utes will look to get the win tomorrow against them. And like you said, that Wildcats offense, 99 goals for them this year. They're one away from breaking the 100. And for the Utes, it's just going to be trying to keep the consistency up at home. If they can do that, I think they have a really good chance tomorrow at pulling off a upset and a win.
Completely agreed. They had them on the ropes their last matchup. And again, one hurdle at a time. The hurdle tonight was beating the Utah Valley University Wolverines and doing it in style in front of the home crowd to get things rolling back in the right direction. Now they have a great chance tomorrow to go and upset the best team in the MWCHL throughout the first 18 games of this season. For myself, Ellis Beacom, alongside Valentino Pichardo, my color man extraordinaire, it's been an absolute pleasure bringing tonight's contest of Men's University of Utah hockey to you guys. We appreciate you tuning in. 8-3 is your final score from Salt Lake City. The Utes looking to make it 2 straight with a win tomorrow against Weber State at 4:30. Be sure to tune in. As always, we appreciate your time, and have a great rest of your nights.